Hello and welcome to Arbanasi. Arbanasi is a small village perched on top of a hill overlooking Veliko Tarnovo. This is the main road through the village, and there are plenty of bars and restaurants. And to this day, Arbanasi is a place where you go for a pleasant walk or for a nice dinner.
Hello.
The name Arbanasi begins to appear in the chronicles in the late 15th to early 16th century. However, there were probably some small hamlets of habitation before, as Arbanasi Hill sits between the town of Veliko Tarnovo and Gornja Gorica, and there is evidence that both areas have been inhabited since the late Neolithic. But off the main road, Arbanasi turns into a collection of narrow roads looked over by villas in the traditional Bulgarian style. Arbanasi in the 16th and 17th century was a town of rich merchants with lavish villas. Among the new and sometimes restructured old Bulgarian villas, there are still some remnants of the past. And sometimes you may come across this type of vaguely brutalist architecture. This is a communist-era hotel, and it's perched on a ledge with some amazing views into the valley. In the 17th century, the town's merchant families' commercial networks extended to Transylvania, Russia and Poland, and all the lands in between. Arbanasi was very well known for its copper and goldsmithing, wine and silk textiles. In the late 18th century, Arbanasi suffered many bandit raids. The town was pillaged and burnt multiple times. The final blow, though, was a cholera epidemic. Most of the merchants moved away and the town began its decline. Today there are some nice hotels around, and the bar attached to this one was our choice for coffee with a view. And just around the corner there is a church museum, the Church of the Nativity. The oldest part of the church was built in the second half of the 16th century. Over the following 100 years, new buildings were erected and connected to the original church. The church had to grow and extend this way because during the Ottoman rule it was difficult to get permission for the construction of large churches. The iconography inside the church is strongly influenced by the Greek Orthodox Church. Because after the fall of Veliko Tarnovo under the Ottoman Empire in 1393, the Bulgarian Church lost its independence and was incorporated in the Greek Church. And by law, all church rites had to be in Greek. The frescoes and decorations inside date from the 16th century onwards. The frescoes in the church depict scenes from the Old and the New Testament, and many of the most significant saints and martyrs of the Eastern Church. And then there is this, which you will have a really hard time to fit into the Christian tradition. So let's not and take it for what it is, an echo of a belief system as old as the hills. This image depicts the circle of life. Starting from the sun in the center, the next circle depicts the four elements: earth, water, air and fire, and the four seasons. This is followed by the zodiac. Then there is us going around and round on this wheel, trying to achieve our goals, and sometimes things go wrong and we drop out at the bottom and end up in hell or up, where there is no hope of achieving anything. And sometimes, instead, things go well and we achieve our goals and escape the endless circle. The frescoes on this wall cover most of the Christian liturgy, and in the center it's the Nativity. The Nativity is a good example of the Eastern Church iconography and its characteristically dense meaning. The crib next to Mary is coffin-shaped. It hints at what is to come for the Christ. Some sources identify the cave with hell, and the light from the star signals that with the arrival of the Christ, humanity will be able to attain salvation. Joseph represents humanity. He is full of doubt. A shepherd is talking to him. The shepherd is the devil in disguise, whose words are designed to deceive humanity. Above and to the right of the Nativity, the icons cover the Last Judgment. The best way to read them is from bottom to top. And this is an example of the frescoes as they were before restoration. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, it would be wonderful. I publish this type of videos in English on Tuesdays, Italian on Wednesdays and Bulgarian on Thursdays. Thank you for watching, have a lovely day, bye bye!